What is up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm back with another full card breakdown. This is for UFC 291, Poirier versus Gaethje 2, which is going to be another crazy fight, man. I just got done watching their first fight, and it was wild. There's a lot of good fights on this card, a lot of actual name recognition, so it makes it easier to place bets. I think when you know what you're getting, know what you're going to get out of these fighters. So I already have some good bets placed. Found some really good spots on this card. I had fun breaking it down. We're going to do a quick recap of UFC London, and then we're going to go over some stuff, and then we'll get right into these bets. But UFC London did pretty good, man. Went 3-2 on my bets for plus 3.75 units. My three winning bets, I had Chris Duncan plus 2.5 units, and he dominated. I know Ashmuth broke his wrist early on, but Chris was looking really good in that fight before the dude even broke his wrist. Second winning bet was Bruna Brazil. Pretty lackluster performance by both girls, but Bruna clearly won that fight, so another plus 2.5 units. And third winning bet was Julia Stolyarenko, man, hit that first round armbar, and that was so easy to see for me, anyways, just watching tape. And her being bigger and just that's the worst part of Molly's game. But plus 375 on that. I had her at plus 250. My Patreon beat all kinds of line movement there. Two losing bets. Danny Roberts minus 250. He looked good in the first round. Second round got clipped, still kept fighting hard, but ended up getting put out. And then my second losing bet was Davy Grant. I had 2.5 units to win 2.5 units on him. So, I lost 2.5 units there. I'm still mad. You know what I mean? It should have been an 8.75 unit winning night, but it wasn't. But man, it is what it is. Win some, lose some. We get some bad breaks sometimes too. So 3-2 for plus 3.75 units. That brings my overall bet record to 255 and 179 for plus 103.05 units. I'm happy to hit that 100 mark again. I was here a while ago, lost back down. Happy to be back up. And that brings my 2023 record to 25 and to 25.75 units up. So I'm happy with all that, man. It was an excellent card. I was super happy with it. I can't complain other than the Davy Grant fight. You know what I mean? I was super mad for that. Luckily, Stoliarenko came through for me. But everybody, man, you've seen another winning week. That's 3 winning weeks in a row. That's 8 out of 9, pretty much 2 months in a row of just winning. Everybody, so hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for me, hit the sub if you already have it, hit the bell notification if you want to get these videos like this early when I put out, and get all your bets in early and beat a ton of line movement. Because I promise you right now, I have 4 bets in for UFC 290 or 291, and I've killed line movement. I put in bets last week, like last Monday or Tuesday, so everybody there beat line movement. But contest winner for the Tom Aspinall autograph rookie and the Jack Hermanson autograph is Phantom Schmiegel. This is the second time he's won my contest. He had Craig, Wood, and Aspinall for plus 436. So excellent call on that, Phantom Schmiegel. Hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. I'll send them cards out to you. Layer Cake Discord, links in the description. It's free. You can join up, man. There's a bunch of good people in there. They talk fights, talking bets, stocks, any kind of sport, any kind of betting, and it's a ton of cool people. Links in the description. It's free. Then you got my Layer Cake Patreon. That's going to be a link. It's going to be in the description. It's $10 a month. That's where you're going to get you're going to get this. First off, support my channel. If you've been hitting bets off my picks for the last, year and a half or more, you can go in there, and that's how you can support my channel, man. Help me get it. I'm gonna buy a new microphone. It's about to cost me $150. But in the Layer Cake Patreon, you're gonna get all my early bets so you can beat line movement, which killed line movement last week, beat line movement every week. There's barely a week that I don't beat a bunch of line movement. But so you're gonna get my early bets. You're gonna get my 10 bets in confidence for the fight, so you'll get an extra 5 bets from it. You get the DraftKings lineup. You're going to get my Layer Cake parlay. There's just a lot of stuff going on there, and like I said, it's just being cool, helping support the channel. And then we're going to go over some of these Layer Cake winning bets for my Layer Cake Discord, man, with a bunch of, like I said, sharp people in it. So let's see what everybody had. Yep. 1 second. So you guys know I'm bad with computers. All right, so on here, man, we had my boy Flav, man, hitting Jafal Fiallo for minus 128, and that didn't look good early, but man, did he come back and get that win. Here's another one. We got my boy Sexy Boy Savala on Fiallo, man. That was an excellent win. Another Marco Salas, excellent hit on that. Right here, we had Life of Counsel out here hitting on Chris Duncan. Got that Chris Duncan money line, the Bruno Brazil money line. Let's see, over 2.5 on Bruno Brazil, and then over 2.5 on Chris Duncan. That was a nice little parlay right there. Life of Counsel, way to hit that. We had Let's Go Ducks with Bruno Brazil, and then the under. Let's see, and a hockey game. And then Chris Duncan, excellent hit, 100, return 200, and that one right there was just doubling money, and that's what you need to do, really. If you can get to even money, look at Marco Solis hitting that easy money on Ketlen Vieira, hitting easy money on Mahmoud Muradov with the minus 3.5. Yeah, man, that was an easy win. Flav out here flexing with the Daniel Marcos win. I don't know if I would have put that up, Flav. Unity, killed it, man. Look at that parlay, 25 to hit 112. That was excellent. We got he had Danny Roberts right here, how fight will end in KO. Perfect, man. Didn't even have to play a fighter, just played the size. Hit that Joel Alvarez too. Got a good hit on that, 25 to win 145. And then Nick Boa, man. Look at this, hitting Johnny Parsons, Daniel Marcos. Look at this one, Ketlen Vieira, Mahmoud, and Alvarez, plus 227. Excellent hits, Nick Boa. And the last one is XTC, got Chris Duncan, the over in the Ketlen fight. Mahmoud Muradov, Joel Alvarez, and the over in Nepal Craig, 69 to win 500, man. That is excellent. You really killed that. You guys did good, man. A lot of people, like I said, you got a lot of smart people in this Layer Cake Discord, and they're all giving out bets, doing stuff, and then they're talking all the time. I stop in once or twice a day, man. I got so much stuff going on, but I do get in there, and like I said, sharp people in there. I appreciate everybody for hanging out and watching this video for me. So now what we're going to do, get to remove that. Stop screen. 1 second. We'll bring up this Tapology, and we're going to get right into these 291 bets. All right. So first fight of the night that we have for UFC 291. It's going to be Miranda Maverick versus Priscilla Cachoeira. My trip. Okay, right here. Flyweight division. Miranda Maverick versus Priscilla Cachoeira. Miranda Maverick is 11-5, currently sitting at minus 340. She's 26 years old, 5'3", with a 65.5-inch reach. Priscilla Cachoeira, Zombie Girl, is 12-4. She's currently sitting at plus 270, 34 years old, 5'7", with the 65-inch reach. So you see Cachoeira is going to be 4 inches taller, but the reach is pretty much the same. Maverick with 0.5 inches of reach. Miranda Maverick, man, she's got okay southpaw boxing. She's got decent leg, decent body kicks if she's fighting another girl that can't strike very well. She's got pretty good offensive wrestling. She's got really good jiu-jitsu. She can get girls in bad positions, either ground and pound them out or get the submission. She's got 6 submission wins. She's got really good cardio. She's really tough, but like other than that, you know, she's not standing out. She beats, you know, the lower level girls, and as soon as she steps up to mid-level girls, it seems like she gets beat. She's coming in on short notice for this fight too. Priscilla Cachoeira, Zombie Girl, she's got decent boxing. It's like slow, but it's so powerful, and she's willing to take 3 of your shots to give you 1. She's a bully in there. She can be taken down, and her submission defense isn't the best. Even though she was submitted with 1 second left by Jillian Robertson, she was doing okay to survive on the ground there, which Jillian Robertson's way more dangerous than Miranda Maverick. But again, she was subbed by Valentina Shevchenko in her UFC debut, but it took her almost 2 rounds to do that. And, you know, she wasn't even supposed to be in there. But she does have really aggressive striking. She's finished 7 of her last 9 wins. She has trouble making 125, so we're going to see if she can even make this. But I got to say that Miranda Maverick, from what I've seen from Priscilla Cachoeira's takedown defense, it's not good. So I think that Miranda Maverick will be able to land a takedown or 2 in each round, hold her down, and then when she's standing up, she's gonna have to fight for her life, really. But I think that she has the striking to survive and land the takedown. So I'm not confident on this at all, and I won't be playing that fight whatsoever. Man, looking at the under, though. I am looking at the under. I want to see what that comes out at. But I'm going to take Miranda Maverick, and I'm going to say that she submits Priscilla Cachoeira in that second round. But if she gasses out from all the wrestling, Cachoeira is going to finish her. But I'm going to take Maverick, being 9 years younger. You know, she has the easier time making weight. Next fight is in the men's 170-pound division. We got Matthew Semelsberger versus Uros Medic. Medic's coming in on short notice, up a weight class, at welterweight. So we got that. That's not going good for him right there. But Matt Semelsberger is 11-5, currently sitting at minus maybe like 170. He's 30 years old, 6'1" with a 75-inch reach. Uros Medic is 8-1, currently sitting at about like plus 140. He's 30 years old, 6'1" with the 71-inch reach. So age, height, everything's the same except that Semelsberger is going to have a 4-inch reach and he's going to be the thicker dude, that's for sure. So Matt Semelsberger, he has powerful boxing, super powerful right hand, man. You've seen him drop Jake Matthews in his last fight. He's KO'd a lot of people and dropped a lot of people. Sorry, in his 2 fights ago, he did that to Matthews. But last fight, he dropped Jeremiah Wells 3 times, man. Dropped him in every round and was just beating him up. But we get taken down and held down. Jeremiah Wells, a pretty good black belt in jiu-jitsu under the Gracies there in Philadelphia. But had a good win over AJ Fletcher. Got beat by Alex Morono. That was a good back and forth fight, but that was just an experience thing, man. Morono has just been in there with everybody and was able to use the vet tricks, but knocked out Martin Sano, had a good fight with Chaos. Man, this dude has a powerful right hand. His offensive wrestling is getting better. He has a good clinch. He beats dudes up in the clinch. He has a heavy elbow in the clinch. He's a big, strong, durable guy, man. Like this dude took big shots from Chaos Williams, from Jake Matthews. He even took some from Jeremiah Wells, just walks right through him. But excellent forward pressure. Big dude, can eat your shot and give you one that's just going to put you out. Uros Medic, this dude's got like a decent kickboxing style. He's pretty fast. He's got southpaw kickboxing. He's got pretty decent power in his left hand. It's fast, it's straight, and it's accurate. He's got good flying knees. He works the body good with punches and kicks. His defensive grappling looks kind of bad. I mean, the most we seen of him was the Jalen Turner fight, but dude, he got manhandled in that fight. And that was at 155, where he got finished and kind of gave up by rear naked choke in that first round. But he's a pretty good kickboxing, good left hand, pretty fast, pretty accurate. But in this fight, none of that's going to work because he's a guy that finishes everybody. Uros Medic has finished all 8 of his wins, and I believe that most of them are in the first round. He's finished all 8 of them, everyone in the first round except Omar Morales in the second round. And he slows down. He starts slowing down against Jalen Turner. And Matthew Semelsberger, he's not finishing in the first round. And Matthew Semelsberger is either going to finish him in the first round, the second round, or the third round. And I'm really, really, really confident on that. So I would get in on that Matthew Semelsberger bet before that line goes crazy. He should be minus 250 to 300. I put one of my biggest bets in a long time on him. I'll let you guys know that. Next fight is in the men's welterweight division. Next fight's in the men's welterweight division. We got Jake Matthews versus Darius Flowers. Darius Flowers coming in on short notice. Jake Matthews is 18-6. He's 28 years old, 5'11" with the 72-inch reach. Darius Flowers is 12-5-1, 28 years old, 5'9" with the 71-inch reach. So you see that Jake Matthews is going to be 2 inches taller with 1 inch of reach. Jake Matthews is a vet, man. He's been fighting in the UFC since he was about 20 years old. He's got good boxing. It's definitely improving. You've seen against Fiallo. He's got excellent counter punches. He's got good wrestling. And when he fights a guy that doesn't have good wrestling, he's got good wrestling. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He's got good ground and pound. He's very tough. He's very durable. You've seen him get rocked against Semelsberger them a couple times, but kept getting up, kept fighting. So I really like him. He's a well-rounded fighter. He's coming into his own at 28 years old. He's already been in the UFC for, like I said, about 8 years, and he's fought some of the best people in the world already. Darius Flowers, he's coming in off the Contender Series, and he had a win by injury there where a guy went to pick him up and he reversed it and slammed him right, and he landed all of his weight on dude's shoulder and blew his shoulder out. But before that, man, he's beaten some kind of lower level guys, and then he's been beat by lower level guys himself, going back and forth with these guys, getting beat by people like Bobby Volker and Joe Vapito, by a key lock. He's got good boxing. What I'll say, dude, is he's got powerful boxing. He's got good clinch knees. He's got fast hands. He's willing to throw them hands. And he's got about maybe like 4.5 minutes of good cardio. And after that, man, he gets beat up and he kind of gets bullied and he gets finished. He's been finished in all 5 of his losses. So I'm taking Jake Matthews, and I'm going to take Jake Matthews by sub in that second round. I say he beats him up a little bit standing up, starts using some grappling towards the middle of the end of the first round. By that second round, Flowers on short notice and as his usual self is gassing, and Matthews hits a takedown, man, and gets that choke. Jake Matthews has he has 7 submission wins. He's way more of a submission guy than a knockout guy. That Fiallo knockout was the first one he had in 9 years. So give me Jake Matthews, give me him by submission. Next fight is in the men's 185-pound division. We got Roman Kopylov versus Claudio Ribeiro. This is going to be a super good fight, man. You got two really good, powerful strikers here. You got Roman Kopylov, 10-2, currently sitting at -230. He's 32 years old, 6 foot with a 75-inch reach. Claudio Ribeiro, 11-3, currently sitting at +190. He's 31 years old, 6'1", with a 77-inch reach. And this is going to be a striker's delight. Roman Kopylov has excellent southpaw kickboxing. His jab is so crispy. That's what he worked Puna Soriano over with that. He's got super fast, super powerful leg kicks. He's got a super fast overhand left. And just a fast head kick. He's got a KO power in his body kicks. His feints and movements are sick. That's going to what will really get Ribeiro here, man. He's constantly feinting, constantly moving, and then he's just, taking what you give him. If you leave your leg out when he feints your head, you dip back, he's taking that leg kick. If you stay forward, move the leg when he feints there, he's taking the jab to the face. Like, he's a very good fighter. He's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. The only thing I don't like is he can slow down after like the second round, and he can be low output at times, but he's got 9 KO wins out of his 10 wins. He's very dangerous. At all times in the fight, he had that third round knockout over Alessio Di Chirico, and then he knocked out Puna in that second round, and that's not easy to do. Most people aren't finishing Puna, even if they beat him. Then you got Claudio Ribeiro, man. This dude is a big dude. He's a big, thick dude. He throws power. He's looking for the knockout. He's finished all 11 of his wins. Some of them, not all of them in the first round, but a lot of them in the first round, especially early in his career. You've seen last fight, he was able to get Joseph Holmes out of there in the second round, but it did look like he was slowing down like kind of bad there. And Joseph Holmes is terrible, and he just slowed down even quicker. Against Abdul Razak Al Hassan, same thing. He looked good in that first round, started slowing down towards the end. He was landing some power. He's got powerful leg kicks. He was landing some powerful leg kicks. He's got good Muay Thai, good clinch knees. But then once he started slowing down, he started getting hit, and that's when Abdul was able to just knock him out early in the second. I like Kopylov here. I think that Kopylov's going to be faster than him. I think he's going to be way more technical. He's just got to not take a bunch of leg kicks early on and not gas out. But I think that his jab, every time Ribeiro throws that leg kick, Kopylov is going to piece him up with a jab and then a straight right down the middle, straight left down the middle. So I really like Kopylov here. I think that he gets the finish too. I think he finishes Ribeiro in that second round or early third when Ribeiro starts slowing down, and then that's when Kopylov really gets going on him. Next fight is in the men's 170-pound division. We got Trevin Giles versus Gabriel Bonfim. Trevin Giles, 16-4, currently sitting at +240. He's 30 years old, 6 foot with a 74-inch reach. Gabriel Bonfim, 14-0, 25 years old, 6'1", with a 72-inch reach. So you see Giles has 2-inch reach, Bonfim 1 inch in height. Trevin Giles, man, he's been fighting forever. He's fought at 185. He's back down to 170 now. He's got pretty good boxing. He's got a fast jab. He's a well-rounded fighter, and he's pretty slick. He just has terrible fight IQ. But he does have pretty good boxing, but he can be low output. He's got good offensive wrestling. He's got good defensive wrestling, and he's got really slick jiu-jitsu. He slows down after the second round, and he has, like I said, terrible fight IQ. And when he gets knocked out by Dricus du Plessis, early in his career, like Zach Cummings, he gets knocked out, messed around, and choked out in the third round right before the end. Rolled around on the ground with Gerard Meerschaert way too long. I think he's a good fighter. He's a well-rounded fighter, but like I said, he's got bad fight IQ. He's been finished in all 4 of his losses. And when he fights the more powerful people, most of the time he's getting finished. And that's what he's getting here with Gabriel Bonfim, man. This kid is good. I got to hope and pray that he's better than his brother, because his brother got over on me on the last one. But Gabriel Bonfim, man, you go watch this kid's regional tape. His last fight against Munir Lazez on the even Trey Waters on the Contender Series. Dude, his boxing is crisp. He's mean. He's in the dude's face. He's not going to let you kick him and go, kick me again, kick. He's just in your face. He's not giving you room to do nothing. You've seen against Munir Lazez, pressure. Actually made Lazez, the kickboxer, shoot in on him so he could get the mounted guillotine. And that's what he does, man. He pressures people, beats them up standing where they take bad shots, and then he chokes them out. He's got 11 submission wins and only 3 KO wins, but his striking's phenomenal. But his jiu-jitsu is crazy. His squeeze is crazy, man. You see all the different kinds. Rear naked choke, arm triangle, guillotine choke, Von Flue choke, mounted guillotine choke, Darce choke. His submissions are phenomenal. His stand-up's phenomenal. He's got excellent power in his right hand. He's very tough. He's willing to take a shot. He's got a lot of first round finishes, so we got to hope that his cardio holds up. But he's got that third round finish here back in the day. But other than that, he's getting guys out of there pretty quick. And I just think that he's going to be able to get the club and sub on Trevin Giles, man. It's just that's been Giles' MO on how he's lost, like the Zach Cummings and just different people. And I think that Bonfim puts the pressure on him. I think he hits him with some big shots because Bonfim, like Trevin Giles, is a decent sized welterweight. He used to be a middleweight, but man, Bonfim's even bigger than him, and he's just going to hit so hard. And I'm sorry, I just really like Bonfim in this fight, and I think he gets the club and sub, to be honest, or just sub, one or the other, but he's definitely getting it. Next fight is in the men's 265-pound division. We got Derrick Lewis versus Marcos Rogerio de Lima. Derrick Lewis is 26-11, 38 years old, currently sitting at +1, probably 40. 6'3" with the 79-inch reach. Rogerio de Lima is 28-1. 21-8-1, currently sitting at -175. He's 38 years old, also 6'1" with the 75-inch reach. So you see Derrick Lewis is going to be a little bigger, 2 inches bigger, 4 inches of reach. Derrick Lewis, low output boxing, hits like crazy with both hands, crazy KO power. His right hook and his right uppercut, like he hit Curtis Blades with. And then Dawkins hitting him with them hooks, hitting Curtis Blades with that uppercut, man, are deadly. It's KO City. He's still very explosive. He's still very strong. His ground and pound is deadly if he gets on top. He's excellent in a brawl. But, man, lately, he hasn't been looking good and it hasn't been going his way. Got in that brawl that he usually wins against Tai Tuivasa, got put to sleep there. Early stoppage with Maverick, but it wasn't going to get no better. We seen against Derrick Lewis, it wasn't going to get Curtis Blades and everybody else that fought Pavlik, it wasn't going to get no better. He wasn't going to slow down 1 minute in. And then, man, Sergey Spivak just went out and put a beating on him. I like him, but man, I think that he's going to be getting done. I think he's 1-4 in his last 5, and I think he knows at 38 years old he's not going for another title shot. And he was already a pretty lazy fighter to begin with, so I don't know how serious he's going to be taking on this. Marcos Rogerio de Lima, man, he's been coming into his own at 38 years old. Came up from light heavyweights, been looking really good at heavyweight since he's been up here. Had that nice win over Waldo Costa Cortez recently, choked out Arlovsky, and was able to finish Ben Rothwell, which is not easy to do. But man, he's been looking improved. He's got excellent power in his hands. He's got powerful Muay Thai, powerful leg kicks. His leg kicks are powerful, and that's what's going to really work in this fight. And then he's got power in his hands, power in his leg kicks. He's got pretty good improved wrestling. He's got good BJJ on top, as you've seen him choke out Arlovsky. And he's able to hold guys down, get some control time, get off some good ground and pound. And he's got a good clinch game. I think that he's going to have Lewis covered everywhere, because here's the biggest thing is that Marcos Rogerio de Lima has got 30 fights total. And you see here, he's only got 1 KO loss, and that was back in the day, way back in the day. Yeah, he's been submitted, but it had to have been this loss right here where they don't even have a thing in 2012. So it's been over 10 years since this dude, 10, 12 years since this dude been knocked out, and only one time. And I just think that he's going to be a little faster than Lewis. I think he's going to be able to get some clinch time on Lewis, maybe even land a takedown or two. But the biggest thing is I think he's going to tear up Lewis's lead leg with his kicks, man. He's going to be able to just beat that lead leg up. Derrick Lewis hates that, and I think Derrick Lewis is usually the option to win, is that nuclear option. And like I said, Rogerio has been super durable his whole career, and he's going to have the wrestling advantage. He's got the momentum advantage. He's down at ATT for a long time, and I just don't think that Derrick Lewis still has it in him like that. So next fight is in the men's welterweight division. We got Stephen Thompson versus Michel Pereira. Stephen Thompson is 17-6-1, currently sitting at -180. He's 40 years old, 6 foot with the 75-inch reach. Michel Pereira is 28-11. 29 years old, 6'1" with the 73-inch reach. So you see Stephen Thompson's 11 years older. And then Pereira's going to have 1 inch of height, and Thompson will have 2 inches of reach. Stephen Thompson, man, one of the best kickboxers ever to fight in MMA. He was 59-0 as a kickboxing. He's extremely good with his lead leg, man. His lead leg's like a jab for him, throwing front kicks, teep kicks, side kicks. He's very fast and explosive boxing, which is very, very underrated. He comes in with his straight punches that just throw guys off. He's got a phenomenal jab, and then his straight left right down the pipe is just money. You've seen him work in Kevin Holland with that stuff, man. He was really putting a beating on him. He's good at darting in, hitting you, through and then getting out without getting hit clean. And he's just looked really good. Like that Kevin Holland performance was one of the best performances I've seen out of him in a long time. This dude throws like 15, 20 different kicks, and he hit Kevin Holland in the face with all of them. Kevin Holland was literally like Chris Tucker off of what's that movie with Jackie Chan, where he's like, which one of you kicked me? He gets hit like 10 times, dude. Rush Hour. That was hilarious. But dude, you see when he takes us a step down in competition, like he's going to do against Michel Pereira, against strikers like that, Jeff Neal, Vicente Luque, and Kevin Holland, he's able to piece them up. Even Jorge Masvidal was able to piece them up, man, using all the different range, the variety of kicks he has. He's very, very tough. He's got phenomenal fight IQ, and he's got really good cardio. Michel Pereira, that's not a lot of things you could say about him, to be honest. He's got really good striking, powerful, explosive striking. He's got fast, powerful boxing. Come off the cage, throw some big shots. He's got good feints and movements. He's got decent offensive and defensive grappling, but he's a striker. He's like a capoeira, dude. Really good flying knees. That's how he was able to get Danny Roberts out of there. And he's got good clinch knees too. But man, he's got good boxing, good long boxing, like I said, but he's not that dangerous because if you see, look, his last 4 fights, his last 4 wins have all gone to decision, and he's gone to decision with Nico Price and Andre Fiallo, who are the dudes you don't go to. The people either knock them out and finish them, or they get finished, and he couldn't finish either one of them guys. So he's not finishing Stephen Thompson. He's not coming out here and out wrestling Stephen Thompson because that's not Michel Pereira's game plan. He wouldn't have 3 rounds of gas for that anyways. So he's going to strike with one of the best strikers I've ever seen, even at this age. I'm taking Stephen Thompson all day, man. Michel Pereira is kind of a guy. Man, he's got a lot of fights that he's got these split decision, close decisions he could have lost. He could have lost to Ponzinibbio in that fight. I thought he lost to where did he get that win over Chaos? I thought he lost that Chaos fight. I don't know. I'm just not high on him. I'm not high on him at all. So give me Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Next fight is in the men's 125-pound division. We got CJ Vergara versus Vinicius Salvador. CJ Vergara is 11-4-1, currently sitting at minus 170. He's 32 years old, 5'6", with a 68-inch reach. Salvador is 14-5, currently sitting at plus 145. He's 27 years old, which is crazy. He looks like he would be older. 5'7" with a 70.5-inch reach. So you see Salvador is 1 inch taller with 2.5 inches of reach. CJ Vergara, it's been a minute since we've seen him, a couple months. Last time we seen him, he was doing his track star run around the cage against Daniel Lacerda when he got hit with that spinning wheel kick. He survived it, came back, got the win, man, which was nice because I had a bet on him, but I had the under too, and it just barely went over. But he had a decent back and forth fight with Tatsuro Taira before he got armbarred, and then his fight with Kletzen Rodriguez was super close, back and forth, but it showed how durable he really is, and it showed that he's a well-rounded fighter. He's got pretty good Muay Thai. He's got excellent clinch knees to the bottom. You've seen how his Contender Series fight, he's able to get Bruno Correa out of there in 41 seconds. He's got good boxing. He's got a nice left hook. He's got pretty good power in his punches. He's got decent kicks to the body, like real good power kicks to the body. That's what he hurt Rodriguez with, and was able to get that dominant second round that helped him get that win. He's got pretty good offensive and defensive grappling. I know Taira was able to handle him pretty good, but in his other fights, he's shown good defensive and offensive grappling. He's got an excellent pace, is durable. He's super durable, and he's got good cardio, man. He's a well-rounded fighter, but he's just like not great anywhere. Salvador, this dude, he's finished all 14 of his wins as a flyweight, which is crazy. He's got 14 wins. He's got 13 KO, 1 submission. He's been beat 5 times. He's got 3 finished losses, but he's got powerful southpaw striking. Like I said, finished all of his wins. KO power in both hands. You've seen on the Ultimate Fighter, Contender Series, when he was able to beat up Shannon Ross, he was hitting him with hooks from everywhere. He's going back to 1973 with some of them punches to hit Shannon Ross. But he throws 10 punch hook combinations. He goes hard in that first round. Powerful leg kicks, always going for the finish. He can be awkward, start getting beat up, go up against the fence and call the guy in. He's got suspect takedown defense. He slows after 1.5 rounds and gets real predictable with them hooks, and he doesn't throw a good variety of strikes. And like I said, he's been finished 3 times. Vergara's finished 7 of his last 8 wins. So I'm going to take Vergara here, and I'm going to say that he puts a pace on Salvador, maybe gets him out of there in that 3rd round, hits him with a big body kick, and gets him out of there and helps Salvador find the door. Next fight is in the men's 170-pound division, welterweight division. We got Michael Chiesa versus Kevin Holland. Chiesa is 16-6, currently sitting at plus 130. He's 35 years old, 6'1" with a 75.5-inch reach. Kevin Holland is 24-9. Currently sitting at minus 150, 30 years old, 6'3" with the 81-inch reach. So you see Holland's 2 inches taller with 5.5 inches of reach, which is pretty big. Michael Chiesa, man, phenomenal wrestling, phenomenal grappling. His BJJ's great, not only to get submissions, but just to hold guys down and have top control. You've seen in this 5-round war with a guy built just like Kevin Holland and Neil Magny, where he was able to control him and win all 5 rounds pretty much. Rafael dos Anjos, he was able to take down and control and get a good win there. He had a little bit of back and forth fight with Diego Sanchez, which is weird, but he's looked good, man, since coming to 170. He had that loss to Sean Brady where he was out grappled. Sean Brady's a great grappler, but he was able to beat up Sean Brady a little bit on the feet, which, you know, made him look a little better in that 3rd round. I'm sure he felt better about it. And then Vicente Luque was able to land the takedown and ended up getting swept, going for submission over position. And then when he was getting up, got Darrius choked out. But he's good. He's got decent striking. Like I said, excellent wrestling. He's got really good ground and pound. He's heavy on top. He's got phenomenal scrambles. He's got 5-round cardio. But he's been submitted 4 times. He's been finished 5 times out of his 6 losses, you know. His striking won't be on the level of Kevin Holland at all. Kevin Holland's got that long striking, man, and he hits with power. You see him KO Ponzinibbio last time in the 3rd round when a fight he might have been losing. Fight before that, he got beat by Wonder Boy, but, you know, that was terrible fight IQ. That's one thing about Kevin Holland. Terrible fight IQ. He chose to make a deal with Stephen Thompson where they wouldn't go to the ground, which was ridiculous because, like I said, Stephen Thompson is going to win a stand-up fight with 99% of the people in the UFC. Khamzat Chimaev, you know, he showed some decent scrambling, and in that fight, it's just Khamzat was so big, so strong, was able to get that Darce choke. But if he could have survived that first round, that fight could have got interesting. And then before that, was able to club and sub Tim Means, and then he could have clubbed and subbed Alex Oliveira, but he took the club and then just clubbing some more. But dude, he's really good. He's been looking good down at 170. He's got long, powerful boxing, fast hands, really good defensive BJJ. He's a black belt. He's got decent scrambles, okay get up game. KO power in both hands. His left hook's phenomenal. He's going to be a lot bigger and stronger here at 170, and I don't think the wrestling from Chiesa that's going to work at 170 on Holland. Maybe when he gets to these bigger, younger, crazy wrestlers like Shavkat and that, they'll get him. But I think he's going to be able to survive the first round. Chiesa slows down a little bit in the second or something. And because Holland's got decent scrambles, like I said, he's strong at 170. And I think Holland's able to get a club and sub here, I think, or either a reversal or just a club and sub, and give Chiesa his 5th submission loss. Next fight is in the men's lightweight division. We got Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green. Tony Ferguson is 25-8, currently sitting at plus 260. He's 39 years old, 5'11" with a 76.5-inch reach. Bobby Green is 29, 14, and 1, currently sitting at minus 335. He's 36 years old, 5'10" with a 71-inch reach. So you see Ferguson's going to be 1 inch taller with 5.5 inches of reach. So that's a big reach advantage and size advantage for Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson, 40 years old. Man, my mouth gets so dry doing this stuff. Tony Ferguson, 40 years old, man, has had a tough run. You know, he's lost his last 5 fights. All the world-class guys, Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira, Beneil Dariush, Michael Chandler, and then, you know, Nate Diaz. I don't know if he's world-class at that time, but you know, he wasn't preparing for Nate Diaz. He wasn't preparing for a 5-round fight, and he looked terrible in that fight anyways, maybe just being up at 170. But still has decent striking. You see in the Michael Chandler fight, he was able to hurt Chandler. He still got decent leg kicks. You see he was able to hurt Nate Diaz, made him think about quitting with them leg kicks. Still does his switch stance striking. Elbows will still cut you. He's got decent pop in his hands still. He's just, you know, he's just not the same guy. He's slower. His cardio isn't as good. He can be taken down and held down. His jiu-jitsu doesn't look as good. And he's, you know, he's just an older dude. So he's still got a little bit on the feet, though. He's still got a little bit on the feet. Bobby Green, excellent boxing. He's just well-rounded. He's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. He's got excellent boxing. He's got really fast hands. He's got an excellent jab. He's got an excellent left hand, that straight left, the overhand left. Is super accurate and fast. He throws tons of volume. He's super tough. He's got super good cardio, excellent cardio and pace. And 5 years ago, Tony Ferguson would have beat the crap out of Bobby Green. To be honest, he would have worked Bobby Green over. But, at this day and age, I got to take Bobby Green with that faster boxing. I'm going to take Bobby Green by decision because he doesn't really finish too many people except Iaquinta. But, yeah, man, I don't know. It's just not going to be a good fight, really. I don't really want to see Tony Ferguson in there no more. That dude used to be a savage. Next fight is in the men's light heavyweight division. We got Jan Blachowicz versus Alex Pereira. Jan is 29-9-1. He's currently sitting at -120. He's 40 years old, 6'2", with a 78-inch reach. Pereira is 7-2, currently sitting at +100. 36 years old, 6'4", with an 80-inch reach. So you see Pereira's 2 inches taller with 2 inches of reach. Jan Blachowicz, man, this dude's a well-rounded MMA fighter. He has powerful kickboxing. He has KO power in his left hook. He's got fucking crazy leg kicks you've seen against Ankalaev where he's just tearing up his legs. He was tearing up Radsik's legs too before his leg gave out with that knee injury. He's got a powerful left hook. He switches to southpaw to throw harder leg kicks and body kicks out of the southpaw stance. I like that. He's got really good wrestling and a really good top game, and he's got good submissions. He's got 9 submission wins and 9 KO wins. He's very well rounded. He's just a tough dude. He's really good at checking kicks too, leg kicks. I was watching that versus him and Izzy. He was checking them leg kicks excellently. He's got excellent cardio. He's only been KO'd one time. He's got 2 KO losses. One was retirement way back in the day in 2011. And then, he got knocked out by Thiago Santos. So he's only been knocked out one time in the last 14 years. This dude is crazy durable. He's going to have the grappling advantage, and I don't think the striking advantage is going to be all that different, to be honest, because Pereira is a world-class kickboxer, but Jan has showed phenomenal kickboxing himself. So Alex Pereira, dude, phenomenal kickboxing, big, long dude, has a crazy left hook, powerful leg kicks with both legs, man. He's super fast. He's got a fast left head kick. Excellent boxing. He gets guys up against the cage. He can throw excellent boxing combinations. He's got a crazy flying knee. He's got a really good clinch with knees too. Excellent jab. He throws a lot of volume, and he's constantly looking for that win. But I just don't know, man. In this fight, I don't like his style. I think that Jan Blachowicz is going to MMA him, man. I think Jan Blachowicz can hang with the stand up. Another thing is Alex Pereira was just KO'd out cold for 10 seconds 3 months ago. It wasn't all that long ago. That was in I think it was March, April, May, June. Or no, it was in, well, let's see. That's the good thing about Tapology. Let's see. He was in April, May, June, July. So yeah, about 3.5 months ago, he was KO'd bad, sent to the shadow realm. So I'm taking Blachowicz. I think Blachowicz can stand with him, maybe even land a big shot of his own. I think he's durable enough, but I think that he's going to be able to land some takedowns. And once he gets that wrestling going, I think we've seen Alex Pereira's gas tank is not the best when he grapples, like the first fight with Izzy. So I think that Blachowicz, man, this is his fight to lose, to be honest. I don't know where the line's going down. I may or may not have bet him at -140, and I feel pretty confident in that. I don't think Pereira knocks him out, and I think Blachowicz gets some grappling going in that fight. And now we are to the best fight, man. This fight's so crazy for the BMF title, the Bam Mofo title. Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje, too. Dustin Poirier, 29-7, currently sitting at -135, 34 years old, 5'9" with the 73-inch reach. Justin Gaethje, 24-4, currently sitting at +115, 34 years old, 5'11" with the 70-inch reach. So you see, Poirier's got 3 inches of reach. Gaethje's got 2 inches of height. Dustin Poirier, dude, this dude is one of the and he's it's so underrated, one of the, if not the best boxers in MMA, in a lot of these divisions. Because if you go look, everybody calls Max Holloway the best boxer in MMA when he pieced up Max twice, but that last piece up was a crazy 5-round just piecing up Max, showed that he had better boxing. But he's got excellent boxing, man. Southpaw boxing. His left hand's good. His jab out that right hand is super nice. His boxing defense is phenomenal. He's got excellent defense. You can go see that even way back in the day when these guys fought. He was able to dodge a ton of Gaethje's punches, not the leg kicks, but the punches. He's got excellent boxing combinations that he goes from the body to the head and works his way back down. He's got excellent KO power in that left hand. You've seen with Conor. Better at checking leg kicks now. I was watching that in the Chandler fight. Even in the McGregor fight, he was checking them leg kicks, so that looked good. And just works the body. He's super tough, and that's how you're going to get Gaethje. Gaethje's hard to get when you work the head, but in their first fight, Poirier was working the body really well, and then coming back up to the head, and that's what was throwing Gaethje off a little bit. But dude, he's just got great. Dustin Poirier, great cardio. He's fought the who's who of MMA and beat him. You know, he had that tough loss to Oliveira and Nurmagomedov, but other than that, he's just been killing people for the better part of 6-7 years, putting on some of the best fights in MMA. Justin Gaethje, same thing, man. This dude is a beast. He's got excellent, powerful striking. He's got some of the best leg kicks we've ever seen in this sport. Power in both hands. He can KO you with the left or the right hook. You seen him with that war with Chandler. That was awesome. You seen him against Rafael Fiziev, man. That was a good back and forth fight, and he taught the young buck a lesson. But he's got phenomenal leg kicks, KO power in both hands. Thing I like about him is he's much more patient than he was in the first fight. Anybody back in Poirier, man, this ain't gonna look like the first fight where it's just a battle of attrition. It will get to that point at some time, but it won't start like that from the beginning. Because even when you watch Chandler fight Fiziev, you see Gaethje fight Fiziev or Michael Chandler, he starts slower, man. He's taking his time. Even Tony Ferguson, like when he came in with Poirier the first time, he probably threw 28 leg kicks in the first round and just kind of wore himself out. And now his boxing is way better, and he's more patient. I will tell you that. And he's got good takedown D, man. Dustin tried to take him down a lot in that first fight when his legs started hurting. He couldn't get him down. He's been finishing all 4 of his losses, and I'll tell you right now that that's the deciding factor in this fight for me. I'm not going to be betting this fight. I'm going to watch this fight as a fan. I can tell you that this fight could go 100 million different ways, dude. 100 million different ways. Cuts, injuries, just everything. First round finish, fifth round finish. Like this fight could go any which way. But I'm taking Dustin Poirier. I'm going to take him for his durability, just because, like I said, Justin Gaethje, Poirier's finished him before. I don't feel like this fight would go like that, the first one. But Poirier's way more durable, just in a 5-round fight than Gaethje's shown to be. So I don't know. I think Gaethje can easily win this fight. This fight's a coin flip to me. I won't be betting it. I'll just be watching it as a fan. But give me Dustin Poirier and give me him by some sort of finish, because I can't see these dudes going 5 rounds, man. I just think that would be crazy. But it could happen. It could go a million different ways. I really appreciate everybody checking out my stuff again, man. This is a really fun show. I'm happy. I've been happy. Doing 8 to 9 weeks. I've won 8 to 9 weeks. What is that? That's 2 months of winning. I know you're not supposed to just blindly tail people, but when I'm giving these free picks out, if you can just blindly tail somebody and they're just going to win for you every week, man, do it, because that's the golden goose. It ain't always there. It might not always be there. So get your money while you can, man. I appreciate everybody. This week, I'm going to be working on getting me some Blood Money t-shirts going. My girlfriend's supposed to help me. I need her to help me, so I hope she does. But I appreciate everybody checking this out, man. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a period in the comments just to help the algorithm. I will see you guys on Thursday night.